my tripod. And a special guest, Papa Pepper. We didn't get the stand straight. So the stand is like...
It looks straight on it.
It's fine. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The camera should be straight. Welcome to Live with MT Knives. Tonight we're going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. We're going to talk about iron Sharpeneth iron, running, discipline, work, vision. I think that's the goal. So, anyways, once again, the weeks fly by.
Do anything special lately while we wait for them to fill up?
Oh, you know, did we do anything special lately? Was that?
I think we did.
I've lost track of time.
I guess that was 2 Saturdays ago.
Was that before the last live?
That was after the last one we did, but you should have done one after that.
Did I miss last week? No, I was late.
You were late.
All right, that's what it was.
But
yeah.
I wasn't there to remind you.
Yeah, so we went fishing. We had fun.
See, I came up here to help him, and we have a mutual friend who's a lot of fun in a lot of ways.
He who should not be named.
Right. And he got a hold of us and was like, what are you guys sitting around for? And I said, man, I'm trying to make your hopes and dreams come true. We're just discussing how to make your hopes and dreams come true. Because a couple years ago, I taught him how to kayak jugfish gar, and he got the most he ever caught, he got the biggest he ever caught, and he goes, you know what, I wonder what this would be like with a full moon. We ran out of time last year, or 2 years ago. Last year we didn't get to it, but then we used it as an excuse for why we were sitting around, and then the full moon was in a couple days.
Right.
Like that weekend.
You'll never know what it's like jug fishing gar under a full moon until you do it.
Yeah.
He found out it wasn't very profitable.
Well, he learned a lot.
Well, that's
and
true.
that's profitable. Some people spend a lot of money.
But you found it profitable.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
and I found it profitable.
Yeah, we wound up with 5, and it was nice because by the full moon I could do everything I needed to do with my bait and everything like that, getting stuff in. The only thing that the full moon deterred is that we were using glow sticks to see where the jugs are. So on a pitch black night, like a new moon, that'd be real easy.
Yeah.
It was more difficult.
Yeah, that's true. The glow sticks were a fun thing, but they were hard to see when the waves were, you know, if the waves were right, the bottles in the way.
The reflection of the moon.
Reflection, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my new artwork on my wall.
You know, that can of great stuff basically just
That's some
exploded.
great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was
we had a productive day.
Silly string, but with great stuff. Expandaphone.
Oh. So anyways, it's been eventful. It's been an eventful couple of weeks. They go by so quick. And Jack Spirko, if he's listening, I think he was giving me a hard time. No, he wasn't giving me a hard time. There's people that want to buy knives, and I get it. I don't have knives available. They just don't like get themselves ready. I got to be involved in that. And quite frankly, we've been living differently for 2.5 years now.
Almost 3 years now.
And we're trying to get a push to get this house done so that my family can have a normal or more normal life. Is it raining?
No, I thought there was a deer going to eat your seaweed out of your pond.
There probably is deer out there. So anyways, yeah. Man, I would love to sell everybody knives. I don't have any knives done other than the one I made myself. And everything is always for sale. Not everything, but most things are for sale at the right price. So if somebody made me an offer I couldn't resist, I mean, I'm sure I would sell most knives that I have. But I've been working real hard trying to get our house done. And then we'll be working really hard to try to get the shop done. It just takes so much time. And a friend of mine said, you know, you need to hire somebody to build you a house and that sort of stuff. Well, there are multiple reasons why I don't just hire somebody to do it. One is it's expensive. And 2, it's hard to find good contractors. And 3, it's expensive. And I can do it. It just may take 8 years. So I have time, sort of. We all have this And that's going to kind of tie into what we're going to talk about tonight about discipline, vision, work. Um, we all have 24 hours in a day to spend however we choose. And I think most people feel like they don't have a choice on how they spend their time. That is somewhat true.
Well, and even that, spend or waste or invest.
Yeah,
You have a sliding chart that you can choose how you direct those 24 hours.
that's correct. And you know, the thing about that is do I waste time? Absolutely. I try to not waste time, but kind of some of what I want to talk about, and this is difficult, like raising kids, giving them direction, giving them vision, giving them, you know, guidance and how to live their life, and you know, if you think you know how to raise children, then just have some children, and you'll find out how much you don't know. And it's kind of funny because we have 10 children, and
19 between the two of us.
yeah.
He has 10.
I have 10.
I have 9.
And when I say we, I mean my wife and I. Some people get
We've
confused.
been confused as
We
a
have
family
been
before, so I just wanted to clarify that. Like, no, we don't have 10 children.
Yes.
We have 19.
It's a sad state of affairs when we have to explain this stuff.
It is. He already had 10 when I met him, so.
Even today, the lady asked, "Are you guys a family?" Or does she said, "Are those your kids? Are these your kids?
all your children?"
Are these all your kids?"
So like, no, all my children is a soap opera.
Yeah. So, what was that?
Just
What was
keep
it?
having children until you realize you don't know how to do it.
Right. Yeah.
It takes more than one sometimes.
I seen it was a funny meme when I was wasting my time. There was a meme that said, you know, talking about a new parent, and it was like, I'll be so glad when these kids are toddlers, you know, because then they won't be so much work. And then the toddler parents are like, I'll be so glad when these kids are teens because they won't be so much work. And, you know, just keeps going. And, you know, we have toddlers, we've had babies, and we have grown children, we have grandchildren, and we're still not at the end of that, you know, like, I mean, it's still a ever journey. And, yeah.
I read something from an older lady the other day, but it said, you know, talk about just having a good pile of children and being invested in raising them, where you don't outsource it. It's somebody else's job to educate and somebody else's job to teach and train. But when you're invested, she said, the days were long and the years were short.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And, you know, I'm investing time right now, and you're investing time right now, and I hope that I don't waste your time. My goal is to encourage, inspire, teach, hopefully, what's the word I'm looking for? Entertain, because I found that this was quite entertaining for some people. So, you know, I don't want to waste your time. You're investing in me, my family, my business, and I want to give back value to people who are joining in this wonderful life with us. So, with that being said, I'm just sharing what I've learned, and hopefully it's helpful to you. I was talking to my wife earlier this week, and we were talking about goals and drive. And so people say, you know, follow your passion, or they say all these things, right? Like, but at the end of the day, a lot of my life has been doing what I need to do to make money, to provide for my family, and whether I like it or not, like just doing what needs to be done. And this kind of ties into running. I've never liked running. I still don't necessarily like running. There are aspects to running that I do like, But the one thing about running that I feel like my wife was asking, like, so basically, I've been extremely disciplined with running. Okay. Um, and then, like I've got my work, I got my family, and you need that discipline, and you need to be able to take that discipline and apply it to the other things in your life that you need to do. So, like, you need to be disciplined in your work, you need to be disciplined in your diet, you need to be disciplined in your physical activity, you need to be disciplined in, your faith, reading, um, knowledge, all these relationships. There's a lot of things that we need to discipline for, and it's like trying to figure out what makes me disciplined about running, and and then compare that to other aspects of my life where I don't have the discipline that I want, and how can I apply that to it. And honestly, it's an interesting thing to kind of work through, because I don't honestly know. I don't know that I personally know why I'm so disciplined about running. So there will be days when I have a scheduled run and I just absolutely don't want to do it. Today was a fairly good day for that, because today I had a threshold run, and I had Papa Pepper coming to help me, so we had work to get done. I slept in a little bit because I was needing some rest, and he showed up before I got my run done. And then by the time I was fixing to go out on my run, he shows up, so I got to get him squared away. And it's hot now, very hot. And I just didn't, my heart wasn't in it today. But I was going to do it because it was scheduled. And that's what discipline is doing the things that you don't want to do. And I didn't execute that today as well as I could have.
Because of 17%.
Yeah. Garmin is so encouraging. I got done with my workout. It said 17% execution score, which he brought up is better than.
It's way better than 0. And I'm guessing that as long as Patrick's alive, he's going to have this little version of himself. It's a little inner whiny wimp of a Patrick inside him that's going to be like, oh, please don't go running. Oh, please don't go, cold plunge. Please don't do this. Like, just give up, take a nap, do something else, have ice cream. And you're going to have to push through that.
Yeah. And,
Zeros are easy. You
Zero.
know how I run one today?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, like, 17%. Okay. That's not 17 times 0.
No.
Because that's 0.
Right.
So, I mean, really, I'm kind of like infinitely better than doing nothing.
Exponentially better than a 0.
But then that's still 0 too. So it's hard to calculate how much better I did today than if I had done nothing. But there's a calculation I'm sure that can be performed somewhere.
Well, and for some people, it takes a lot of effort to be below average.
Yeah, like myself. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
You said it best.
You reminded me, though, that can be taken 2 ways. And the way that I mean that is
right.
if I work real hard, I can be less than average.
Yeah.
If I don't work at all, then it's going to be less than that.
If he would have worked so much harder, he could have been like 49% effective. Or
I went running with one of my stakeholders, Brad Fulbright, and he hadn't trained, but he had no problem keeping up with me. Thanks, Brad. And he's like, just going along. I'm like, yeah, you should appreciate your health is as good as it is without trying. Like,
capability.
I've had to try pretty hard to get to this level of mediocrity. So, anyways,
well, that goes to show though too, how many people probably have what it takes just to run a marathon, for instance.
Yeah.
And never will.
Yeah.
They just don't have it up. They may have it physically, but the mental game to do it, they just won't.
So one of the guys that originally got me inspired to even consider running is Casey Neistat. He's a huge YouTuber, and the dude runs crazy, and it's like he runs the New York City Marathon. He runs like all the time, and one of his things is do hard things. Well, his leg was shattered and he got hit. I think he was on a bike and got hit by a car and just shattered his leg. And the doctor told him that he would never run. He would never be able to run again. And that was the fuel, the catalyst that made him prove that doctor wrong. And, you know, we watched a video today from Essential Craftsman, another great YouTuber, very wise man. And he was interviewing a guy,
Mr.
Sai.
Swan,
Yeah,
89-year-old.
89 years old. The guy had, like, been reconstructed over 20 times, like, shattered his leg multiple times, fallen off of roofs, wrecked cars, just, like, destroyed himself in so many ways. At 89 years old, he's still making knives. Still,
That's a more recent thing he started too. And
Yeah.
I mean, most people would be giving up and done with their life and on to relaxing or something by the time this guy is just starting even making knives. He had skills before that, but
yeah.
as a stream of revenue and a hobby, and
So it's like you just kind of, like, what makes people tick? What makes them do the things that they do? And then, like, evaluating your life and just saying, like, what stops me? You know, and it's funny because I tell a story. There was a chiropractor that I went to, and he's like, you know, you can fix anything. And I was like, I don't know. And I just, you know, figure things out. And he called me one day, and I don't remember if there was something before this, but he called me one day and says, hey, can you fix my x-ray machine? Like, I'm like, this might be a little bit out of my league, but I'll give it a shot. And it was actually, I think it was his developer for his x-ray when I got there. That's what it was. And I'm like, well, I know how to troubleshoot stuff. And the first thing with troubleshooting is just, you know, do you have power? You know, do you have this? And the machine would turn on, but that's it. And so I checked voltage. He had voltage.